Hello everyone, this is Drew with Drew Drives. Today we're going for a drive in the 2024 Acura ZDX A-Spec single motor rear wheel drive. So the single motor rear wheel drive has 348 horsepower and I think it's an EPA range of 313 miles, 313 miles of range. And if you get the A-Spec all-wheel drive, you'll get 490 horsepower and dual motor. Interior looks pretty much the same as the the A-Spec all-wheel drive, and the Type S looks pretty similar too, except you don't have the Acura Watch 360 Plus with the radar and the thing up there. You have a nice chunky perforated steering wheel. You have an easy to use touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and built-in Google Maps as well. Ventilated seats, heated seats. Here's your AC controls using these knobs over there. You have a full digital gauge cluster. Put it in reverse and you get a backup camera. And then the stock is pretty interesting. You have to pull it back and up or down, and then if you press the little button on the right, it'll go into park. You have a Bang & Olufsen sound system. You can change your drive modes using that, and there's your electronic parking brake over there. Let's go for a quick walk around on the ZDX. You have an MSRP of $66,450. There's your charging door right there. It says A-Spec on it. You have the chicane daytime running lights, and you also have a light around the grille which lights up at nighttime, and it's also on for the daytime as well, the DRL. It's not as bright as the headlights though. You have a ZDX badge. It says E over there for electric. Press your trunk button. You can access the trunk right there. A-Spec mat. Here's the rear seats. Bang & Olufsen. And I think the Type S has sunshades back here, if I'm not mistaken. And the Type S will have like the heated rear seats as well. This one does not, because it's the basic ZDX. This is the base ZDX. There's only 3 trims: the A-Spec rear wheel drive single motor, A-Spec all-wheel drive dual motor, and Type S dual motor with 499 horsepower. Now let's go for that drive. I'm gonna put it in sport mode for this drive. I wish the mode dial was like up here, so it would be easier to access. Like in this, there's like this big tray over here. I wish there was like something more I could, there's something more over there, like more buttons or something, because it's just a lot of empty space. And your wireless charging tray is right here. It's just like this little pocket. I would have preferred for a wireless charging tray to have been there, or like in other Acura products where you can just put your phone there on the tray instead of just being like a little pouch where the phone will kind of flop around. And the cup holders are a little strange too. With a few cups, they just fly around in that thing, to be honest. And you also have a heated steering wheel. That's a nice touch. The ZDX A-Spec all-wheel drive is roughly $5,000 more than this one, and the Type S is roughly $10,000 more. Yeah, not bad for 348 horsepower. To be honest, the acceleration even between the rear-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive feel about the same to me, even though I had 490 horsepower. When I drove the all-wheel drive, I thought that was also the same horsepower. They feel about the same. So essentially, like that's a good thing for this one, because it has less horsepower and it actually feels about the same as the all-wheel drive, which I find to be pretty interesting. So yeah, I mean, accelerates decently. Handling is all right. I mean, there's a good amount of body roll. It's a really heavy SUV. The all-wheel drive handles better, obviously. No, it's not bad. And you also have a recharge paddle on the left over there. It looks like a paddle shifter, but obviously it's not. If you press it, it'll apply a regen and it'll brake for you. If you're like coming down a hill or something like that and you want the car to just regen for you, you could do that. Seats are pretty comfortable. I do love the chunky steering wheel. It's nice. I love thick steering wheels. It makes it easier to grip. But yeah, I mean, if you want a more faster SUV, you got to get the Type S, to be honest, because 348 horsepower. This is, you know, it's just like a commuting electric SUV, because you're not really gonna get like a very exhilarating driving experience with 348 horsepower. But the Type S will definitely give you more speed if that's what you're looking for. But yeah, it's a smooth ride. It's quiet, of course. It's an electric car. It's pretty easy to use. It's a foolproof interior. It's really hard to get intimidated by a screen like this. It's a touch screen with everything you want right in front of you. And I like how there are a lot of physical buttons. I hate when cars have just a big screen, like Tesla, for example, and you have to access everything through the screen. But I really like how you can just turn on your... It's crazy, like, to even think that that's a problem in today's cars, but it is. Like, if I want to increase my fan speed, I'd rather just hit a button just like this. So I do like that, how simple it is to just do your common controls. If I want to access heated seats, ventilated seats, fan speed, everything, I can do it right from a button, and I don't have to go through 3 menus and, you know, fiddle around with it while I'm trying to drive. So that's a good design right there. Thank you to Acura for not making everything in the screen, which would have drove me nuts. But yeah, there's definitely enough, more than enough power to overtake somebody in traffic. That's the thing with electric cars, you get 100% torque, instant torque when you hit the gas or the pedal. So yeah, that shouldn't be a big surprise. And then one thing I really love is the Google Map integration. By partnering with GM, Acura was able to get Google Map integration straight into the gauge cluster, into the infotainment, which I think is great. I love Google Maps. It's the best maps. I like it more than Apple Maps, Waze, or anything else you want to use. Google Maps is the best. And I love that you can see it right in there. You put in your directions and go straight where you need to. You don't have to look anywhere except in front of you, which is wonderful. Very nice. I love that. I would probably have this map open pretty much all the time, because I love having a map open. Even if I don't need directions, I like to have a map to know where I am. It's just, I always like doing that. And you can adjust like your adaptive cruise control, things like that in that screen. And so there are 3 screens, as you saw. This one, pretty simple with the you know, gauge. Resembles like a little planet or something like that. And you also have the regen bar on the side of the circle. And then the maps, and then the last one, it's like shows like your driving assist features and whatever else you want to look at over there. So yeah, I mean, like, if you want to be in control of your range and stuff, you could use that paddle, regen paddle. And I noticed that these ZDXs, like when you plug them in, they charge up to 80%. I don't know if you can increase that to 100 or however it works, but I noticed that it has like a limit at 80%, unless if you go in and change it. If you want to turn on your wipers, you have to press this. Typical, it's like a GM stock. Everything is on one stock over here. yeah, I mean, this will get the job done. If you want a comfortable electric car to commute around in, this is a great car for you. If you want more power, you got to get the all-wheel drive with the dual motor and a dual motor, or you got to get a Type S, which has 499 horsepower, whereas the dual motor A-Spec has 490. But the dual motor A-Spec looks identical. There's no difference in the style of the car. It just says all-wheel drive on the back. That's the only way you'll be able to know. But the Type S looks radically different with the bigger wheel and tire setup, more unique colors. The roof is like, I think the roof is like blacked out. But yeah, the Type S stands out a lot more because of the giant wheel and tire setup. But yeah, anyways, that's about it. Thank you for watching another video of Droove Drives. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.